reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you're tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joby from the name Friday. Stay tuned.
Bringing communities together around the world. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7. I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. Zingua, baby, maliza, yo. Nilikuona kwa TV, yo. Nenda macho kwa CV, yo. Unipatie kazi, I want to be a kendo. Nipatie umati, usikuchafue. Nitafute mkuki, nikulinde kinao. When you sit down with your jewelry, I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. Zingua, baby, maliza, yo. Nitakupata kwa bidii. Nani kusomeka degree. La. Nikishindia mechi za kukuria. Niongoze ligi, nikomeni nayo. Tutazame kwa mbali. I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. Zingua, baby, maliza. This is a competition, then you want me over. If your name is Peter and my name is Oscar, and if this is a competition, then you want me over. I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. Zingua, baby, ushani. Maliza. I'm not sober yet, I have taken nothing. Zingua, baby, ushani. Maliza. Yes, family, karibuni sana to another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss Show. This is the Black Hot Fire Network radio station, media of the 21st century. And of course, karibuni sana. Hope you guys are doing amazing, having a wonderful day so far, wonderful morning. It is exactly 41 minutes past 1 p.m. right here in the 254. Actually, 41 minutes past 1 p.m. I'm a little bit late with my show today, but of course, I'm here regardless. And I hope you guys are here to stick through till the end of the conversation and see what I have aligned on today's program. Shout out to everyone with us on Facebook, on YouTube. I see we have Nubian, our brother from Tanzania, Nubian Pharaoh, karibu sana. Shout out to Vin in the building, Akucheki sana. Hope you're doing amazing. And of course, thank you so much for tapping the screen for me. I hope umekuwa fiti. Hope 2024 so far is taking you amazing. And the month of March so far is also driving you amazing. Karibuni sana. In case you're here for the first time, my name is Joby, and this is the Pan-African Bliss Show. Today we shall be discussing, rather taking us to a little bit of history. And it's actually today is Women's Day, and I wanna pass my gratitude to all the amazing mothers, celebrating all the black the black women all over the globe, no matter where you are. Keep on pushing, keep on going, and of course, welcome to today's conversation. It's been actually International Women's Day. We shall be going back to some great history of great female figures in the African continent, especially when you talk about kingdoms. And these are an education that we discussed, or something we discussed some time back, when you talk about how Africa we had women who are leaders. And when you talk about revolution, I think it's one of the things and the key agendas we've been saying, that women are the beginning of revolution. But the list of the spoken history and discussed history, especially in the books, and a lot, even up to into today's world, or in today's Africa today, we barely or rarely hear about the women like Queen Nzinga. We barely hear such stories from, her, or rather what she did. We rarely even talk about, or even hear stories about also so many women who actually participated in so many major things also in other parts of the African kingdom. We have the Congo Kingdom, that is where we had Queen Zinga, and that is what we shall be focusing on today, on today's conversation, as the major focus. But what I have aligned us for you as well, is coming from Kenya. We shall be talking about where we can see marine plastic waste being turned into school desks and chairs in Kenya. We shall also be discussing about the economic effects in child labor in artisanal fishing. And it was just this week we discussed and saw that actually the US government did dismiss the case of child labor or child abuse that is in DRC Congo. And I questioned who's going to be held accountable for this. If not SCADY, not the US government itself, then who is going to be held accountable for this? And we shall also be discussing about Haiti, where we can see that they have actually extended their curfew. It was supposed to be a 72-hour curfew that actually did take place. That was on Monday, but they have extended this, and this is because of the rising tension in Haiti, in terms of how we can see literally the gangs or the goons did release 4,000 prisoners, and we're not sure actually if these 4,000 prisoners are going to also be part and parcel of participating in the imperialism in Haiti. We're not sure. And also, we know our 254 troops who have been actually warned by Haitians themselves, don't go there, and also Benin. We want to talk about all that and what is happening. I shall also be talking about a Kenyan movement on the mission to end violence against women. And of course, it's been International Women's Day. I think that is what first and foremost one of the discussions I love to start with after we take a short musical break, come back with the conversation, what we have here today. And also, we shall be talking about still Kenya, where we can see actually the KWS, it has failed to literally ensure that citizens are no longer to be scared of their lives. We can see hyenas are tamaki everywhere, lions and lioness are tamaki everywhere, and there is a man who actually he has been in shock, rather is still in shock after him getting into his shop, and that is in Nakuru, and finding an hyena chilling. It is crazy, very, very crazy. 2 months ago or a month ago, we did discuss where at demoted school we had a couple of students who actually had their fingers beaten. They were tackling and battling the lions. We also witnessed, actually that was last month as well, we had a couple that tackled and did kill a lion. And before all that happens, of course, they did get some severe and serious injuries. We also have DRC Congo, which has actually denied into signing the military agreement with Russia. We shall be talking about that. And of course, what does KD want? Because Russia helping, and that's seen what Russia is doing in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. I believe actually DRC Congo does require help from Russia. If only we can understand and see the interest that Russia has to the DRC Congo. So that is what we have aligned today, and that is the discussion we shall be having here. But of course, asanteni sana and karibuni sana to everyone who's tuning in. Hope you guys are doing amazing today. Back to the music. This is Cry Baby, and I feel like this today. I woke up feeling like this, Manze. I've said before I'm a cry baby, and nobody believes that. Shout out to Kamlesh. That is Kamlesh. If they don't believe I'm a cry baby. But this is Diana Codes. I just woke up feeling emotional today, but again, I'm glad that my mood is just, all back up and I'm feeling amazing right now. But anyway, karibuni sana. This is Siwa Saida featuring Diana Codes, and of course the name of the jam is Cry Baby. In case you have anything positive in terms of a code that you'd love to share, kindly also pull them through.
Minnesota, so Minnesota ADLA, some banis want to kagebe. Niliwaambia watu madola Silent na got a heavy rate. Dekona kama ni party base, wanaambiwa si wali relocate. Orchestra mimi waseni mchape remit au send wave. I'm not sure.
I see Nubian brother there is saying that he likes Nazizi. I like Nazizi, the Kenyan girl, Kenyan boy. Yeah, shout out to Nazizi. She's an amazing rapper, I bet, and also singer. I'm not sure if she was a rapper or a singer, but she falls in the both categories, if I'm not wrong. Singer and a rapper as well. She lost a child that was actually last year, towards the end of the year, and we're passing nothing but just peace to her at this particular point. It must be really, really hard, losing your beloved one, especially a baby. It is so crazy. Yes, I see Vin Ogden is saying that I'm good, Joby. Looking forward to launching my new jump with you again in the building. Yeah, we're waiting, Manze. Let us know and we shall arrange an interview, Manze. Top girl, let me keep the designer. That man, when I give me more designer. Take 5 self-lives, hala mukide tukubembeleza. Dak shebeleza, jistringi mazaza hela. Anapenda crocodile, tunatoka bila pressure. But we bumper, oh my gosh, kwanza ni kwa mavela. Sisabu siko na dayo ass left right cheek neck. Kitanda ni 6x6 mpana dayo. Sisabu siko na dayo ass left right cheek neck. Kitanda ni 6x6 mpana dayo. Cry baby, cry baby. Cry baby, cry baby. Yes, that is Diana Codes with Cry Baby featuring Siwa Saida, and she had an amazing performance. That is at Fanisi Music. And shout out to Tulia Manze. I hear she took over the show. Hope she's doing amazing, and I wish her nothing but just the amazing success in her career. But my quote of today is a Friday quote, and it's a Friday reminder to remind you that you have achieved a lot this week, even if that to-do list still feels long. And you've made a difference just by showing up and being you. Time to celebrate and look forward to weekend adventures. Happy weekend, family. I'm wishing you nothing but just a blessed one. I hope you get the chance to rest. Kindly do, especially our black people from diaspora. I hope if you get a chance to rest, kindly do, because it is tough outside there. But anyway, karibuni sana once again. I see we have Ernest Honesti karibu sana. He said good afternoon, Joby. Good afternoon to you too. Hope you're doing amazing, and karibu sana. Vin Ogden also says nice. Please play Corner Zone in the meantime, done by Peleski featuring Vin Ogden. I shall be doing that. Last time uliniambia hivyo, by the way, and you didn't stay till the end of the show. Then I played your jam and you left. But yes, I will. I promise I will. But I also see Nubian brother over there says I like her music. That is Nazizi. I also like her music, Yeah. I don't know. She did that with Waire. I'm not sure. Yeah. But I also see you saying that play women's songs, come on, Queen. I'll do that later. You guys always come on Tuesday and on Thursday on the network. If you've not signed in on the network, kindly ensure you do. We have the link streaming down below, but that is on the www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. But to make actually work much easier for you, just download our app, which is the Google. Download our app, which is on the Google Play Store, and that is the Blackout Fire Network, and you'll be able to stream live with us and be able to listen to all the amazing shows every Tuesday and Thursday. We're there with Kamlesh on the network and also on our TikTok page, and every morning catch money also on the Vibe Show. 4 hours of nothing but just non-stop music and amazing conversation. And of course, you get a chance and stand a chance to win some trivia questions or some merchandise and a lot of things from the trivia questions and all that. And I also say the Nubian says it is Yeah, it is International Women's Day, and once again, happy Women's Day to all our amazing sisters outside here and our amazing moms and grandmoms who actually, brought us here. And I also see you saying that it is Women's Day today. Don't play men music, please. We need to hear our queen's music. I wish I can do more. It is just a conversational music here. I wish I can do music, but I can't, Manze. I can't. YouTube is gonna give me that strike, or my show is not gonna be able to reach so many audience and all that. But starting talking about the Women's Day, there is movement that has been going on, that is since the beginning of the year. We saw actually in Kenya, when the year began, we had a lot of cases of femicide. And personally, I said it's not, I don't actually call it femicide. We have gender-based violence, which has been happening all over the continent. We have women, we have children being killed left, right, and center. And I believe it was so unfair. And shout out to Real Kabugi, the actor, the one who was the volume movie on Netflix. He did actually also address that on one of the interviews. I saw him being interviewed by Oga Obina, and he said that it is so wrong to say that actually the society is just standing up for women, and which I kind of agree, because also men and children are being killed left, right, and center. The matters of insecurity when it comes to children, to men and women, it is all gender based. It is not a matter of men are the ones who are dying the most, women are the one dying the most. It needs to be addressed as a whole situation, and our governments needs to take serious action on those who are actually found guilty on these kind of cases and matters. But yes, we've been having a Kenyan movement on a mission to end the violence against women, and one of the pages actually which has been here for so long, and it is very commonly known on Instagram, is Usikimie page, and which actually it talks and stands up for so many women who are actually either abused or abused in so many different ways. But actually the owner of that page, or the ones who stands for this agenda, this week, and I remember that was this week or last week or during the weekend, she was brutally attacked, and that is for her being mistaken to be gay, I think, being the member of LGBTQ, and that was because of our dressing code. Something again that I think that Africans, we take too much ignorance when it comes to fashion. Why do you need to assume that I am a LGBTQ member, especially as a woman, if I do put on baggy clothes? Do you know how many lives we've lost because of this kind of ignorance? Because that is purely ignorance. Why we have to actually put our hands on someone who we are assuming they are a member of the LGBTQ, just because Africa, we are not accepting the LGBTQ culture. That is wrong. That is so wrong, and it needs to be called out. So we have the Usikimie page, and what is happening, I see this is an article coming from the Africa News, and they're saying that the Kenyan Njeri Migwi stands out as a voice for justice amid the rising violent fatal attacks on women in our country, that is Kenya. And she is a co-founder of Usikimie, a movement working towards ending the prevalence of sexual and gender-based violence, offering a voice and refuge to victims and survivors. Standing on the balcony of the Usikimie office, Migwi recounts how she found convictions to do the work she does. And I quote what she says. She says that I found my voice is helping others because I am a survivor of gender-based violence myself, and I am helping others. I healed myself and found my voice. According to the Kenyan government reports, almost 60 women have been killed since the start of the 2024. That is true, because the cases of femicide, and not just femicide, but again, gender-based violence has been happening. It has been going on. We've seen men. You guys, did you see how many men at the beginning of the year, how many men were killed? We had a nurse who was found hanged somewhere. We had a man whose testicles were missing. We had a man who was found dead kwa mtaro mahali in a walking path, cross path and all that. But it is crazy. Nobody is talking about this. It's just that we've seen women are the ones who are literally just being stood out for. And I have no problem with that. But we need to call this equally, not just favoring one gender. Shout out to you, Nebuchadnezzar. Long time. Hope you're doing amazing. And of course, Karibu Sana. Yes, kid. Yes. They had no balls. Their testicles were cut out. But nobody spoke about this. Towards the end of last year, We saw the Meru blogger who was killed, and of course we know why the blogger was killed. When it comes to us, especially journalists, the people speaking the truth, when it comes to our government, we know where we're gonna find ourselves. But they're saying that in a protest, Migwi, along the other feminist and non-governmental groups, organized anti-femicide demonstration around Kenya, major cities and towns in January against the killings. So we had non-governmental groups, the NGOs. Then I remember during that protest, and something I posed a question on, especially to us as Kenyans, and us seeing that Uhuru Kenyatta one time said that we as Kenya, and actually the African continent, we do not support the culture of LGBTQ. So one thing I noticed during that protest, again, I keep on saying, is I saw the LGBTQ flags being raised. So my question was, are we fighting for femicide? Are we protesting because of femicide, or are we fighting for the LGBTQ culture? Which one is it? You know, as much as we've seen women again who are cross-dressing being attacked, still, what was that protest all about? It was good, organized by the people, because we're not seeing the government talking about it. We saw actually the women representative Esther Passaris. She was called out when she turned out for the on the protest, and she was like, where were you? People were like, where were you? You're coming out now that we've literally ourselves stood out to organize this, and now you're coming to support us. So my question still pens. Since we had non-governmental organizations, we had also the we had anti-femicide demonstration and all that. Like, we had different organizations supporting all this. I still question on the NGOs and knowing who they fund. But they say that thousands took part in the mass action, which was the largest event ever held in the country against sexual and gender-based violence. But Mwigwi is dissatisfied as female rates have continued to rise, and every day she sees or deals with a new case of violence. In March, that was actually the beginning of this month, we saw a 19-year-old girl was allegedly pushed to death from the 20th floor of an apartment building in Nairobi. That was actually this weekend. We saw that, where we had a 19-year-old girl. And again, personally, I want to pose the question to the parents and also these young women. What are you looking for outside and in apartments at 3 a.m.? Unatafuta nini? Let us just be honest. What are you looking for at 3 a.m. in the morning with someone you don't know, literally looking like a mbaba, and you're just 19? I bet you just finished high school last year. You're already tamaking outside. What are you doing? You know, what are you doing at 3 a.m. in the morning, inje, for you to be pushed on a balcony? Unafanya nini na mtu hujui at the age of 19? So personally, actually, before I even continue with the article, I posed the question to the parents. How do you allow your kids to go outside without even knowing where they are going? And I understand, because I relate back with myself. Growing up with African parents, we're not allowed to go outside or even tarmac around, especially at night. But when you get that chance, you're going to use it the way you like, the way you want it. That is just the truth. You will try escape. If you get that chance, kidogo tu ya kutoka tu uende, you'll use that chance. Shout out to HR in the building. Shout out to Isaac Juma in the building. If you get that chance, you will use it. But again, you as a young person, and I think this is something when it goes to the parents, and how African parents are so scared to talk about the truth to their children when it comes to sex education, when it comes to marriages, when it comes to the reality to expect outside there. These are some of the things we're talking about, because I'm certain we've had a 20-year-old girl that was January. Was it 20 or 21? Ule de maluliwa. I'm not sure the age. Then now we have a 19-year-old girl. You can clearly see these are teenagers, fresh from high school, supposed to be joining campus or college. So what I understand from all these cases is that these young girls come from very ignorant parents who have not taught them the reality of not trusting just any stranger you meet outside here. Life is messed up. Life is effed up. People are effed up outside here. You can just go giving your trust to anyone and everyone you think they're cool. Oh, this one looks cool. I think we can vibe. No, people have different agendas and intentions. Do you understand that we have a business called organ selling in Africa, and it is a trend? Do you understand that actually the melanin color is highly in demand, the melanin blood? Do you understand your organs do serve a purpose to someone else's life? But we barely thought about all these things. So my question actually, before I even continue the article, is posed to the parents. I believe the parents are the ones to blame for least educating their children. Once you finish high school, you cannot just go tamacking outside. If you don't have a job, if you're not coming back home, I don't understand what you're doing. Unless you want to go out, go out. And shout out to my dad somehow. Shout out to him somehow. Because I wanted to be so outside so bad. But this man, he taught me the reality of what to expect outside there. He told me, once you walk out of this door, no coming back. And I never went back, trust me. I never went back. Why should I? You told me not to come back. So I'm not going to come back. I'm going to prove you I'm not coming back. Did I know what I wanted? Why I wanted to be outside? Yes, because I was dealing with a very toxic parent, number one. If you're only walking outside of your home or your parents' home, it has to be something that you can't literally hold any longer. For me, I was dealing with depression. I was depressed. And I had to walk away because I was like, nah, I'm going to attempt another suicide right here. Because I attempted the first one, it failed. I was tired. But I knew what I wanted. I needed peace. I needed a job. I needed to just have my own money. Stop begging people to give me money. Did I have to open up my legs to get the money? No. Did I have to go with the mbabas to get money? No. I didn't. I did try dating someone old, and I said that, and K. William, shout out to him for judging me in a good way. But yeah, I tried when I was still in my father's house, tried to date someone older than him. But that is because he was not providing for me. I'm a woman. I'm a girl. I'm in need. I need pads. I need sanitary towels. I need mafuta ya kujipaka. I need literally to take care of myself. I remember when I used to only have 2 pairs of shoes. Only 2. And I have a father who has like 10 pairs and 20 pairs of shoes. So I had to go look and hustle for myself. But if you look at majority of these cases, this is the reality of what failed parenthood looks like. Poor parenthood, what it looks like. A 19-year-old, because this girl was just 19. Saa 9 usiku. Unafanya nini unafaa kumelala? It's crazy. But yes, they're saying that in March, a 19-year-old was allegedly pushed to death from the 20th floor of an apartment building in Nairobi. Another woman was allegedly hacked into death by her husband soon after their wedding in Nakuru. Then even closer to home, Mwigi's employee Sarah survived an attempt on her life for allegedly dressing like a man. And she says that Sarah was dressed in jeans and a hoodie. How is that dressing like a man? And anyway, what is dressing like a man? Why are we gendering clothes? It is just a cloth, which is true. Because I think Africans, our ignorance and us fighting the LGBTQ, it is literally now making us more insane. We're not understanding who we are fighting, what we're fighting. You see me, who said, let me... listen, it's funny how Africans to embrace the fashion and style of white people. You know, you want to look at Fashion Nova, women dressed in baggy jeans, wearing some, I don't know, Balenciaga. Wearing some Balenciaga shoes and some Balenciaga ragged ass clothes. Promoting, do you know even Balenciaga promotes LGBTQ? I think a majority of us don't even know. Most of these brands, these big brands of clothes, they promote LGBTQ a lot, and we have no idea. A lot, especially to children. I remember one time Kim Kardashian being called out for supporting this, and that was after Balenciaga was accused of, I think, supporting pedophile or something. I can't remember the details. But we have no clue of much more of this. We Africans, we want to sit down, watch the TV, embrace the fashion and style of white people. But when we Africans try to apply the same fashion and style, but our own way, we're being criticized about it. I can't wear no ragged jeans, no baggy jeans, no baggy t-shirts. I feel like I want to be loose. I want something tight in my body. Must I show off my skin and my tight, the body, you know, so that you can notice I'm a woman? No, it's not. If you wear short clothes or you're sexualizing yourself, this is why you're getting raped. How do you want women to dress as well? That is another question. I tell you, we're dealing with ignorant mindsets who even have no clue what they are fighting for, what they are standing for. And it is so sad. It is so sad. But the legal counsel and assistance, she says that she lays the blame squarely on social conventions for normalizing acts of violence. That is true. Mostly towards women, not only towards women. I disagree with that. And as well as the country's law structure for its compellency in handing out justice to victims and the government of inaction. Mwigwi is, however, spurred by the various wins and success stories as a result of the work she and other minded organizations and individuals do. Mwigwi and other organizations have put together safe houses that ensure the CGBV, which is the let me read that, the CBGV, what it is, the sexual gender violence and all the sexual gender based violence. Yeah, so she has a house that she has ensured the CBGV victims have haven against and violations direct to them. In general, she's saying she's calling out on justice and of course the bullying on social media to stop, which I highly do promote, because I believe, and not us again, Africans understanding what social media is all about. We're literally killing ourselves instead of educating ourselves. We are out here killing ourselves instead of educating ourselves. We are out here using the social media pressure and applying actions differently. And it is so sad. This is so crazy. And it's been an International Women's Day. I believe no women, I should not walk out here just because I decided to wear a short dress. I'm feeling myself. I didn't wear it for you. It's crazy how men, especially in Africa, assume, oh, she dressed up to show off her ass, to show off her thighs. I didn't do this for you. I feel comfortable walking the way I am. Why do you feel like I did it for you? It's been an International Women's Day. I believe women should not walk around being scared because of their dressing code. Whether I decided to wear baggy clothes or not, you should not assume I'm a member of LGBTQ or I'm cross-dressing, then you can't try attack me. You shouldn't. And no man as well is supposed to go through any kind of violence, because it's men, women, and children at the same time, and that is something that needs to be spoken about. But let me go through the comments very quickly here on TikTok. I see what you guys have to say as we get to continue with today's conversation. I see Keith he's agreeing with me, says like, yes, it is ignorance of the highest level, I tell you. And I also see Ahmed says it fits of all what's wrong with the LGBTQ. Well, what is your question based on? Then I'll answer that. You know, personally, I'm saying that women are being killed with the assumption of they are cross-dressing while they are not cross-dressing. If I decide to wear baggy clothes, ragged jeans and baggy t-shirts, that does not make me a cross-dresser. And that should not make you give you a right or give you any right to you come and attack me assuming I am a cross-dresser or I am a member of the LGBTQ. Because I think honest understanding the culture of Africa, if you do, majority of our people are not in supportive of this culture. And that is the truth. That is the truth. I also see Keith says that I'm saying it's wrong to attack someone. Exactly. And I also see you saying that TikTok takes down the most of the innocent comments. I know that's right. And I also see Anna says that it is ironical that even after this femicide thing, ladies still choose to go for money than dignity. I agree with you. And that is the problem. But I think, again, we go back to the parenthood again, because trust me, and I'm always I'm a very honest person with my stories, especially. I've been offered so many, and I tell you, so many chances. Okay, can you open up your legs and get this amount of money? Hell no. I've said this and I'll say it again. I'd not probably be on Blackout Fire, because if I accepted some offers, I'd be somewhere else and different, probably making, I don't know, whatever money, but for what? That is what you need to ask yourself. For how long are you willing to spread your legs? For how long Do you want to have so many energies consuming you in the name of money? And when I talk about parenthood is where I'm saying that if you look at most of our African parents, personally for me, I grew up in a very toxic environment. Very toxic environment. And this made me think so hard about me. It made me yearn so much for success, trust you me, so much. But like I said, was I educated of what to expect outside here? Yes, I was very well educated. I was told if you mess like this is how you end up. If you sleep with men like this is how you literally how your skin ends up looking. If you allow too many men come inside you, my dad was very brutal with the truth. That's the truth. If you allow so many come inside you, you're gonna become old without you realizing. You end up looking super old. Are we taught any of this because our parents are scared to talk about sex education? No, we're not taught. Our parents are scared to talk about sex education. Nobody wants to tell you even, when you lose your virginity, this is how it feels. Go experience that shit on your own. When you do this is how it happens. Like, we need to be very open. So personally, I still go back to the parenthood. It is a problem, and that's why we have in young women who have been... Because let's talk about black tax. If I have a parent who's demanding me to pay rent for her, pay school fees for my siblings, what am I supposed to do? And I don't have a job. Most of the women, that's why you see them going to lose their dignity to ensure that actually people in their lives are happy. And majority of them is because of black tax, trust me.
But that's why you walk out.
Exactly.
As a young lady. No one has a right. I told you that's the backward, upside down culture now of African people. You don't put your livelihood on your children. That's because you've accepted poverty and think it's normal to be poor, and your children are supposed to take care of you. Your children are supposed to take care of you when you get up in age, not when they're just now finding out what life is about and them leaving home themselves. You're supposed to be helping them succeed. They're not supposed to be paying for their ideal. They're not supposed to pay for your children. Are you insane? Am I supposed to pay? But those are your children. You made them, not me. Mm-hmm. I'm your child. I can imagine telling my kids, hey, listen here, need some money. Your siblings are still in the house. What? Sound crazy.
Yep. Yeah, because for me, and I see Ahmed says, just to answer him, you're saying that no parents cannot be blamed. Blame the government plus the governance. I can blame the parents too. And again, I go back to poor parenthood. So let me tell you, that was when I just turned 18, and that was after high school. I just turned 18. Nimemaliza tu hivi high school. Then my dad is like, I don't know, I can't remember what the disagreement came from, but it's because I wanted a job. One, he was using me to work for him, not paying me. And I was like, yo, bro, I'm done with school. I got an ID right now. I'm an adult. You can no longer tell me what to do. I need a job. If you can't get me one, let me go look for a job. So this man got angry. He's like, oh, who do you think you're talking to? Oh, now you think now you're grown. Oh, your teeth are now on the chest. I'm like, yeah. I am talking to you because you've been using me. You barely even give me money. You want me when I go out with my boyfriend to bring shopping in the house, but you don't care how I'm. You don't know what.
Your father is despicable.
I just go out, maybe go have a lunch date with my boyfriend. He's like, okay, so you went out with your boyfriend. What did you come back with? This boyfriend of yours is so great. He can't even buy you sugar. He can't buy you garlic flour to come with. I'm like, bro, why do you always want to feed off my man?
When is it that you tell your daughter's boyfriend to buy you ugali flour? That's your job. These stories to me are the most insane. I can't even relate to Joby's stories. They so fucking insanely retarded.
And then 2 years, that was now after I was done with high school. So the disagreement was really serious. Then he started attacking my late mom. And of course I was really hurt and I was still mourning. I'd lost my mom like a year. I'm still like, in pain. Like I can't, I've lost my mom. Then this man is treating me like trash like this. I mean, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to look at? This man has also destroyed all my relationship with the rest of my family members, so they cannot accept me in their houses. But thank God I had 2 relatives who are still looking after me, or looking, to check if I was doing okay. So I went to my auntie because I was chased away from home midnight. That is at 12 midnight. And mind you, and Pavin is my witness, there's a place called Raunda Huruma. If unajua Raunda Huruma, it's very dangerous, especially that time. Thugs, raping cases, anything can happen to you. So thank God I knew one of the thugs, around. He was the one who took me to the stage. I took a matatu, got home. That was in Umoja, to my auntie's place. Then my auntie took me in. I stayed with my aunt for I think months, because she got tired as well of feeding someone who's not her child. She paid school fees for me, used me as well, took me in for a job but not paying me. So I got tired. I was like, yo, when she told me that I can no longer pay school fees for you, I told her, yo, I told you not to pay school fees. Actually, I never told you I wanted to go to school. I wanted a job. I understand I was chased away from home. I needed help, but I came to you straight away, and the first thing I told you is, help me look for a job. I just want to start my life. I'm tired of looking up to people and waiting for people to help me, But I was left hungry for 2 weeks. And also, if you talk about not me blaming a parent, and I blame the government, the government has nothing to do with this at this point.
It has nothing to do with that. That's your
exactly. I came back 2 years after. I came back. That was now after I was left for 2 weeks starving. Now it's a year. I've been away from home for like a year. I've not heard from my dad. My dad has not heard from me. He doesn't care. So one of my cousins, the one I was staying with before I permanently acquired my house, he was the one who went back to talk to my dad. He's like, yo, you need to rekindle your relationship with your father. I was like, I was not the one who was on the wrong. Why do I need to go apologize for something I never did? He was like, at this point, you're going to have to, because I got a family and I cannot take care of you. I do not have the finances. I had to humble my ass and go apologize for something I never did. Okay? And after that was a few months later. I was in a relationship at that time. Now I was dating this guy from Dubai who had apparently gone to Dubai, to look for greener pastures. Now my dad seeing the gifts I'm receiving, the money and all that. I'm not asking him for nothing. Of course, I've never did. He's never provided. I don't want to be called names and all that. I remember it was on a Sunday on 4th of April. I'll never forget. So I went to my friend, shout out to Kat. I went to my friend's party. And then I came back. I borrowed him permission. I was like, hey, I'm going out. I'm going to be late till this time. I'm going to be back. So, like I said, he had employed me, but he was not paying me. So when I left, I was at the workshop by that time. Then he came to cover. So normally when we
went back to work there again? You went back to work there again?
Yeah. Because now you're in his house. You think you're gonna stay in his house? You're not working? Oh God, no.
Okay.
You're gonna take your ass up, So I remember that day I told him like, yo, today I'll not be here fully. I'll have to leave at this time. He was like, okay, let me go to the, market, get us the stock and all that. So normally when you open the shop, you have to count the stock, the opening stock and the closing stock. So I checked the opening stock. It was correct as the previous closing stock of the other day. So I left. So when he was closing the job, I think he had lost 4 trousers. And what used to happen, actually, we used to have customers, if you're not careful, they'd wear double trousers without you noticing. Yeah. So he blamed it on me. He's like, yeah, that's the reason why you left. You took jeans to your broke ass boyfriends. No. I'm like, wait.
What?
I never took anything.
Hold on. How do you mean, Joby, you mean tell me you live with this man and he don't even know your character?
He didn't. My dad, I just met him when I was 12 and I was already in my adolescence. So he never even knew a thing about me.
At 12, Joby, 12 to at that time, you're like 19 or 20. I would know my character of my daughter. And now you're talking about she stole some damn pants to go give her boyfriend. These stories anger me.
No, just to make the long story short, honest, is the reason why I'm saying blame parents. After I came back and to understand why majority of these women will rather go for money and not dignity, which I kind of understand. And this is out of poor parenting. Again, it's because now my dad accusing me of stealing and all that. He told me, actually, I remember I came back, my phone was off after coming back now from the party. He had tried calling me, my phone was off. I find messages, you dog, you better go back to where you came from. Da, 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 da. I'm like, wait, a dog? Again? I'm a dog. Why am I called a dog? You know? So you dog, go back to where you came from. I just found out 4 trousers are missing and you took them to all your broke ass boyfriend. Da, 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 da. I'm like, wait, I really cried so bad. I just opened my phone, then I looked at him, he didn't even say a thing. I'm like, you sent me these messages? Like, you really serious? You accuse me, and there's nothing I hate in this world like false accusation. I really hate, I despise liars and false accusation. I was like, it's okay. I'm not even going to argue with you. I left crying, and I told him, you never see me again. You will never, ever, ever see me again. And before that, I'd been chased away to go give my siblings space. I was told I'm too old at the age of 20 to be in that house. I need to go look for a husband. Okay, so who's to blame at this point, Ernest? Can I ask you, being honest? If you are in my position, what would you do? Majority probably of these girls, this is the position they are in. You're being pushed. And mind you, before him actually telling me to go get married, he was like, you need to be paying school fees for your siblings right now. You know, I made you study. You cannot talk English. Da, 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 da. You're not the teacher, bro. You're not the teacher. You are not, you never even one time attended any of the meetings in school. You never even cared.
Come
on.
I'm a dog. You're not paying me, but now your father is crazy as cat shit. You got to get a psyche by you. Listen, Joby. Your father, I can't even imagine. Call my own daughter a goddamn dog. Imagine calling your daughter a dog. What?
Yeah, that's my blood father, Vin. Someone is asking that is my blood father, Vin. That is my blood father.
I know. It's so bad. Whoever is on TikTok, you would think that's a stepfather. It's so bad. It's so crazily bad. And then the thing, if I'm not paying you, I'm going to pay school fees out the money you giving me. How about you just go and pay for yourself because you're not giving me that money at all? You talking about her father has psychological problems. Something happened. These stories are so heinous, so fucked up on a level that, and Joby keeps going back, well, sometimes it was good and sometimes my stepmom, no, your whole house is fucked up. Your house is fucked up.
You know, you gotta share the good parts sometimes. It was not just all the time bad. Sometimes it was good, sometimes times bad.
I don't know what kind of good times you had with a mindset so pervasively fucked up. The mindset was so pervasively bad. Like, what? You call your own daughter a dog? What?
It's crazy. It's crazy. And to tell you that it is, and again, it is also a mindset, because if I got the offers, a lot of them. But if I were that girl that, I went out of desperation, and thank God to also growing up with my mom and seeing the struggle she went through and her doing a clean job to just raise us. Most of the parents, single parents, especially women, will rather become hookers, to bring food to the table and all that. My mom used to be a hotel servant. She worked till when she got sick of cancer. She was either a steward or maybe a server, the people just, a service and all that. And I remember one time we went to her, she was working in Isili. So we went to her, she was working in this Ethiopian restaurant. So we went with her one day and she was like, this is the environment I work in. You guys maybe always wonder why every day I go. Like, that is the type of parenthood you need to have. Someone who is like very open with you. That was my mom, And I tried, after now meeting my dad and me walking out of his house and all the bad experiences he made me go through, I was like, I can't make bad decisions just because someone made me feel the worst of myself, And I've explained where the worst thing I did is try multiple relationships, I was trying to seek love from other men because I lacked love from my dad. And before it hit me, I was like, what am I really looking for? What is it I'm really looking for, and why can't I get it? Oh, the trauma I went through
Yeah.
I didn't get no love from this guy. He didn't care. He didn't care at all about anything about my life. It's not about money. If it's not me dating someone who has money, if it's not me making money for him, that's the only days we're gonna see a smile on his face. Oh, Joby outdid herself today. She attracted a lot of customers. Yeah, I did. She and at that oh my god, my dad made me go through a lot. I remember this guy wants to see you looking good, but he's gonna burn all the makeups you've bought, and it's not his money. It's part of what I've saved. I remember there's a time he came and threw away all the makeup I'd invested on. Oh, you think this shit is now making you look pretty? You think now you're a woman? Da, 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 da. Oh my god, I'm like, what? Why do you always have to be like this?
Because
Why?
Your father is mentally fucked up.
It's the
father is mentally fucked up. It's not do with you. Your father is mentally
exactly. Before it came, at the same time, before it hit me, I was like, maybe I'm the problem. But I came to realize I'm not the problem. This guy is just messed up. Cause after meeting my brother told me the experiences he had with him when he was young, how he used to be beaten so bad before his mom took him. Because my dad had 3 wives. I had 3 wives. My mom being the first wife, then the second wife, who I have a brother who almost the same age. We are the same age, and then now the third wife was there.
Oh, I know. Okay. But the third wife was the one you grew up with, right? Not the second.
Yeah.
So the second one he beat up too.
Yeah, I did beat the son and also did beat her. That's why she quit the marriage. He was abusive.
Yeah, Joe. Your dad's fucked up. That's what the
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, not you. But you as a child, you didn't know that. You didn't know why. You just didn't know why somebody wasn't loving you. That you was the problem. You missed. No, your father is fucked up in the head. So, so at least you learned at a young age that you didn't destroy yourself trying to. A lot of women destroy themselves trying to find out. Trying to gain their approval and love.
I see. Anes asked, "Do you think you are patient enough or?" You are in a hurry in terms of, and if you talk about maybe patience, I think my life captured or I had my real job, which is now what I'm doing. And do you know, even my dad doesn't know what I do even up to date. He just knows I'm in a radio station. I talk about him somewhere. Oh yeah, I do talk about you. yeah, I do talk about you, and I'm proud of speaking my stories out so that people can understand what poor parenthood means. And having toxic parents, because most of us don't. You want to hold on into toxic parents because, parents are going to give you a curse to hell. I'm going to curse you, if you don't. That was the threat I grew up with. I'm going to be cursed all the time. I'm going to curse you. I'm going to curse you. I'm like, what did I do? I'm scared of being cursed.
I know that's exactly. And that's the ignorance African children grow up with, thinking your parents are fucked up. You can't curse me. You out your mind. You already cursed. I told Joby was in hands and head, and that man tried to ask money, try to curse at Joby. Curse is bullshit. He can't curse you. If he wanted money, why don't he use his powers to get him money? Stop begging from you. And these curse. That's you know how mentally fucked up in the head you gotta be. Talking about you cursing your own daughter or your own son. I can't even imagine saying no crazy shit like that. What you bring your any kind of animosity your own children, you bring that back on yourself, your own misery back on you. And it should be that way because the ideal, but see, being a parent, being a child, I don't know. I learned earlier that my dad was fucked up. I said, it ain't me. I never thought, woman's different, a boy's different. Me as a boy, I'm like, shit, it ain't me. This nigga's fucked up. Man, I'm a child. How can I be? I'm a child around here. I ain't did into this moron shit. I'm a kid. He's fucked up, not me. So I never had no thoughts.
I can't believe your father called you a chihuahua. Yeah, he did, Manze, he did. And it's crazy, man. But out of all that on this story, the reason why or rather why we got here is, Anne saying that, parents are not to blame. Personally, I believe parents are part and parcel.
Parents are to blame. You don't want to raise your children. What do you mean you're not to blame? How's the government? You Africa, the government. They the government. It's your ass. raise your children. It's the parents. You're responsible for the way you raise your children. You always want to give responsibility to somebody else. It's the government. The government. No, it's the parents. You don't raise your children all crazy and think, what are you talking about? Your child's outside doing fucked up shit because you raised them fucked up. You raised them not to have morals or values, or they're in a house where they never taken care of. They were never given the love and the stability that any child's supposed to have. You shouldn't have children. This idea that you got this black taxes, and it's only in Africa because you allowed yourself to be in poverty. You don't even blame for your own poverty. You're the richest continent on the planet. So explain why you're poor. It's the government. You're the government, moron. So why are you poor? You're the richest continent on the planet. Everybody comes to Africa gets rich. I wish I would go to the white side of Kenya. The white people, they're not living in the Kiberas. Your ass is. They're not. Their kids ain't. So what's going on? So anyway, you got bad parents. You got bad parents.
It is crazy, but I had to share that story, of course, connecting to and making Ernest understand why we have girls making this kind of decision of, money than dignity. Sometimes it's the parents that push you to that.
Why are you going to hey, you're not going to have no dignity when your stomach is touching your backbone. Okay? I'm going to get touching your backbone, dignity goes out the window. You try to hold on to it, but your stomach is fucking talking to you. You're
hungry.
You're going to have some dignity. Dignity. In your stomach. Sometimes society forces you to do things that you don't want to do. So you got a child that's been abused and not looked after. These are choices, sadly enough, in our life that we might have to make. In Africa, it's even worse. You don't got any, but you don't got a bunch of jobs like you got in Europe and America. There are no jobs coming from trees. Everybody's going to Asia or fucking Dubai, the Middle East, over to America. There are no jobs in Africa. So what I'm supposed to do? How am I make money? I got to knock you in the head and take it. Okay. To get the dignity, instead of me selling my body, I'm going to get someone to knock you in your head. I'm going to get that money up off you somehow. Somehow I'm going to get that money up off you because my stomach is touching my backbone. What am I supposed to do? I can't go to your fake church and pray to Jesus or your fake Muslim temple and call on Allah. I come out of there and I'm still hungry. All right? Me calling on your fake Jesus or your fake Allah, I'm still hungry. What am I supposed to do? So I'm going to have to knock you upside your head and get my dignity that way. I see you got a wallet in your pocket. So I'm going to knock you in the head and get it.
I know.
As a woman, I probably have to finesse you. Don't mean I got to give up any coochie. I just finesse you. Think I'm interested in you to make you give me money. That's what part of women's power. Make you believe I'm interested in you. Either way, I got to get that money up off you because my stomach is now touching my backbone. What I'm supposed to do? I've been. You ain't got no services in Africa. We ain't talking about NGOs. Your government's so bad. There are no services in Africa like they are in America or Europe, where if you're poor, you can go to a certain agency and they'll give you money for food. Where's that at in Africa? What government agency in Africa where you can go to, like in America, you say, you know what? I'm poor. I'm fucked up. Government's okay. We're going to give you $500 every 2 weeks to go get food. We might give you a housing voucher called Section 8. But we're going to pay for your housing. Where's that in Africa? Huh? What African country? I'm going to tell you, not a goddamn one. It ain't in Kenya. Damn sure ain't in Ghana. But Joby got this goopy. Who's that? I don't know who that is. With the damn sure ain't in the Congo. So where can Africans go get help if they fall on a hard time? Except when these wicked ass NGOs that are there, these NGOs that are there doing human trafficking, huh? Who have pedophilia going on, and all this other wicked stuff happening on the continent. You don't got no services. Why none of these African countries built services for the poor or people that find themselves out of work? Every other nation's got it. That's why everybody's running to Europe and America. Every other nation's got that. If a woman here falls on hard time, you know what she gets? She can say, you know, I'm fucked up. I made a mistake. I got a baby. The government says, okay, you made a mistake. We're going to give you some money for food. We're going to put you in the house. We're going to give you a siphon until you find a job. We're going to get something called welfare. I mean, it's been kind of bad because it made black women say they don't need no man because the government pays. Government stay man. I don't need you, nigga. The government give me money. And I think it's a good thing, but it's something that everybody needs a safety net. In society, things happen. I believe a safety net is good. Because sometimes you don't know what like Joby's situation coming out. You had a bad parent. In America, as Joby as a girl can go to the government, her local government, wherever city she would be born in America, LA, Chicago, being black, she be in one of these black cities, Chicago, Houston, Newark, New York, whatever, Miami. She go to them, say, no, my dad put me out the house. They say, oh, baby, that's terrible. Oh, okay, let's see what can we do? We got to get you housing. We get you some housing. We get you some money to get you on your feet. And then we'll try to get you we'll get you a job. From that point, you're supposed to better your life. You're not supposed to see. Sadly, a lot of black women stay in that situation, being kept. They stay on welfare. You might think that's funny because they're getting free money. They'll stay on that shit for 20 years, have kids in that shit. No, it's supposed to be temporary. You're supposed to take the money that you get, the housing and the money and the food money that you get, go either take yourself to school, get an education, and then you slowly get off of that when you start doing for yourself. But that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I mean, they made it bad by trying to stay on that shit for a whole generation, which is fucking crazy. But none of that stuff exists in Africa. So what are they supposed to do? The normal things of humanity don't even exist in Africa. None of these countries have set up any of this because you got too many corrupt leaders stealing all the damn money. And the ignorance in Africa is so high, you don't know that you're supposed to get this. These kind of institutions were supposed to be designed when you created your first government back in the 60s. You were supposed to be implemented these institutions that now exist. You don't know nothing about them because you never get it. You don't got the money to travel. So you don't know the rest of the world even got these institutions. You might do now because you got the internet. But you never knew the rest of the world. Don't go out there butt naked and fucked up. They get money. You can't put a girl out of her house, young lady out of her goddamn house, know where to go. She knows where to go. I go to the damn institutions in my city and say, this is what's going on. They say, wow, whoa. First thing doing, Joby was 18, and first they gonna come and investigate the father. That's a crime. Can't put a child out the house. That's a crime in America. It's a crime. You can't do no shit like that. You can't tell no child to get out no house. That's a crime. Because everybody knows that's fucked up. In Africa, you can do some old crazy shit like that, and it's just a norm.
She's crazy. She's crazy, and I kind of blame also us, the children, because again, like I'm saying, when you're dealing with toxic parents, majority of us are scared to call out the toxic parent or scared to walk out because of the curse, term, or you're scared, I'm gonna be disrespectful to my parents and all that. Man, nah. Sometimes you have to put yourself first. If you are in an environment where you're seeing you're less considered, because that was for me. I felt like I was an invader in someone's home. It's like I was brought somewhere where I was not needed. That's how I felt, because I was always, set apart in most of the things and activities going on. Like when the house chores are being done and everyone's clothes is being cleaned, mine are gonna be set aside. And that's why personally I normalized, and even up to date, even Kid knows, I've always had Mama Fua. I could call Mama Fua, pay her maybe 200 or 300, then my clothes are clean. Because I'm like, why are you doing this? Why do you have to do this? So I'm gonna show you I can do it too, but I'm not gonna do it your way. I'm not gonna be the one doing the laundry, I'll pay someone to do it. And that could actually, it used to piss off my stepmom because she's like, oh, why didn't you tell me you're gonna do it so that we can join all the clothes together? I'm like, what? This is my money. You want to use my savings to pay for your shit? When it comes to me, you bring.
Your house is so fucked up. You got the nerve to tell me after I get my clothes are put to the side. Why did I tell you so I can pay for everybody else's clothes? You're talking about, listen, you're talking about absolutely. What? Listen, I couldn't have grown up in Joby's house. Somebody get hurt as a child. There's no way you're gonna talk this fuck nigga shit to me.
Shit.
No way you're gonna talk this. What? And I'm not no man child. You're gonna tell I'm 18. Somebody get knocked the fuck out. What? You got some woman coming telling me some shit like after my stuff been put to the side. Then I find the money finally to wash my own stuff. You should have told me we could have bought your own stuff. Listen, lady, I'm being nice because you my father's wife. You ain't nobody to me. You ain't my. But get that stepmother shit out because I ain't told my stepmother that shit when I was 12. You ain't my stepmother. You my father's wife. If you don't get out of my face talking this shit, I advise you, please go somewhere with that, but not in my face. I'm begging you for your own health. I'm trying to help you out. I don't want nothing to happen to you. Now, for your own well-being, I advise you to get out my face talking crazy. I want you to know that. Poverty makes one have disdain for other people, and I don't disdain them. The poverty, you're right. It is that they lavish and they poverty become like the norm in Africa. It's crazy to me. Like they just accept like this shit. I'm gonna tell on Africa Day show. I came across two Negroes in Alabama. It was the same mindset, boy. Crazy to me. They just accept the poverty. Yeah, well, we're gonna be poor. Well, it's how life's supposed to be, how life is. Jesus Christ. What is
We've
wrong?
always been on the bottom.
Yeah, I said, man, we're on the bottom. Well, we've always been on the bottom. and even though I know how bad we are, it still surprised me. Even though I know we messed up in the head, but you know it. But then when you hear it and it's in your face, you're like, man, this is world. We got a problem. This is crazy. This is why we on the bottom. I don't know what to do. I feel like kicking my own ass.
It is crazy. It is insane. But anyway, apart from that, it is crazy. But I hope people do learn, especially with these cases of young teenagers taking themselves into this, I don't know how to call them, hookups, and then you end up being killed just because you're looking for money. At some point, struggle. You become a maid, become a conductor. I know people don't believe when I say some of these things. Some people don't believe that I ever was a maid or was a conductor. I used to sell milkshake and and all that. Like I've done a couple of things personally.
What's a conductor? Train or something?
I'm a tout. I've been a tout.
What is that?
How do I explain it? You see,
that the people yelling about telling people to get in the damn bus.
Yeah, but not just telling them to get in. Like I used to go, trips with the matatu, like collecting money and all that. It was really tough because people used to call me slay queen. Like I have all my nails done, my hair done, I'm dressed all good. They're like, these are not clothes for work. I'm like, this is all I have. What do you want me to do? I need the money, bro. I'm not here to look at how I look and how I've dressed to judge me whether I look like a conductor or not,
That's all messed up. Yeah, because I like, conductors like it's on a train or somebody or somebody.
It's the people who call out on the customers to get in the matatu, but
that's what I thought. Okay, exactly. Different slangs in different areas, mosquito, the languages. sometimes different. Ask a good Nubian Pharaoh about the Swahili differences, those differences and stuff,
It is different. But anyway, as we move on, I was to discuss also about DRC Congo, and which you can see that actually Skedi has denied into signing any military agreement with Russia, and they're saying that the government of Democratic Republic of Congo has denied reports that it has signed a military cooperation agreement with Russia. So there's rumors about it, but it has denied. And he says that there is to date no military cooperation agreement signed recently between Russia and the Democratic Republic of Congo. And the denial follows an article published by Russian state-owned news agency that was on Tuesday, which said that Russia government had approved a draft military cooperation agreement with DRC Congo. And citing a government document, reported that the agreement entitled joint drills and exercises and the military training and visits by warships and warplanes at an invitation or request. DRC says that the draft agreement in question was initiated by the two countries in 1999, but it is yet to be signed. Currently, I quote what they say, that there is no bilateral discussion between the two parties for the effective implementation for this draft agreement under current conditions of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and it is not considered any either. It has not considered any either. And Russia has been boosting its military deals with African countries as it seeks to extend its political influence on the continent. And that though the Wagner machinery group, Russia has been providing military assistance to Central African Republic and the junta-led governments Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. So we're not sure about the rumors if they are true, but where there's smoke, there's fire. That is what they say. So it would be amazing if I see actually Russia helping DRC Congo. But again, we have to look at what is Russia's interest in this. That is number one. What is the interest of them coming to help DRC Congo?
It's his power. It's his power. That shit was signed over 20 years ago when you were 1 year old. That's just 1999 or 2 years. It's crazy. So I don't know if the deals. It's about Russia. Whoever controls Africa controls the world. So it's about resources, money. Real money, not fake paper. It's about money. Yeah. So, hey, if I help you do this, you retarded Negroes, you childlike people. I want this. I want these gold mines over here. I want these mines over here. I want that. I want Chinese got mines. I want mine too. Okay, white daddy. Always understand. They're still white people. They still don't like you. Like I told you when Joby showed that short. When I had to put that thing in Sri Lanka, the Russians there, those not even Africans over there. They didn't want those brown people in their country to come to their parties and their club. And they visitors. This is what white people do. They come to your country and they tell you and build shit and say you can't come in your shit in your own country. So the Sri Lankans said, hey, you have to get the fuck out of here. You Ukrainians and you Russians. They ran away from Russia and Ukraine. I don't know how to end up in Sri Lanka. But they started making white-only clubs. Can you imagine you run away from your own country because you don't want to fight each other, don't want to die? That your first instinct is to be racist of people who graciously allowed you into their country. Your first instinct is to do some racist shit because that's their nature. Your first instinct would be cool. Say, thank you very much. Let me be humble. Let me try to assimilate myself with the people and not try to make them angry. No, that's what white people do. White people come in and say, we're taking over all this shit and we don't want you motherfuckers in there. We're going to create our own little spaces and we're going to run it. And you shut your mouth. Like what? Somebody from Sri Lanka's coming to the club and say, hey, can't bring your ass in here. That's for white people. We're like, what? I'm in Sri Lanka. I'm Sri Lankan. What do you mean I can't come in here? We said you can't bring your ass in here.
It's crazy. But moving on to the next matter, I don't know. We're gonna be looking forward to see what Skedi is gonna be saying about this. As much as we can see them, clarifying the details and lies.
Waste. Are you out of your mind? Say plastic waste turned into school. Now Now, this some shit you blame the government for. Plastic is chemical, family. It's dangerous. Cancer causing. You don't have children making desks out of sitting on desks with plastic garbage and think this is a benefit. But go ahead and play this crazy shit in.
Collecting plastic waste on a beach near Mombasa. Some of the more than 430 million tons produced annually, 2/3 of which is used to make products that are soon thrown away. Much of this ends up polluting the ocean. But a local startup in Kenya is turning the plastic into something useful.
In Mombasa alone, every day, over 80 tons of waste is released. So out of these 80 tons of waste, 20% is plastic. Out of the 20% which is plastic, only 5% of the plastic waste is recycled. So we have this 95% which ends up in the beautiful ocean and ends up polluting the marine life. So what we are doing basically is that we are intercepting the process whereby the plastics come from the households and from the cities of Mombasa and ends up in the ocean.
After collection, the plastic is shredded and washed. Then
now remember,
there's
a black man that created plastics here in America. His name is Dr. George Washington Carver. Plastic is never supposed to be near your body. It is it's polluted, period. Even though we drink water in these bottles, it's dangerous. Because the chemical makeup of it causes damage to the body. So now they're making, why the fuck are you making shit out of this? And you got all the wood in Africa, but you sell it, you give it to everybody else, the Chinese, other people. Chinese not sitting on, nobody else sitting on plastics. You got the best wood in Africa to make products.
Remember that was last year or in 2022 after Ruto got into presidency. He was cutting down our baobab trees, taking them to, I can't remember where. Then we are actually importing papyrus grass. Can you imagine papyrus grass or what? I don't know which type of Napier grass. Sorry, not papyrus, but Napier grass.
You're importing garbage, Joe. Well, this is why I told you why they say the African man is a moron. What he doing? These children will have cancer, Joby.
Sure.
These fucking morons won't even know what's going on with the kids who've been at these desks. Now you can look up on Google what are the harms of plastics, Joby. It should before they so high. Just like I say, what are the harms of plastics? You can't be sitting in no desk made of no fucking plastic chairs, all this poor ass shit. This is goddamn chemically killing you.
So they're saying that they're saying plastic pollution can alter habitats and natural processes, reducing ecosystem ability to adapt to climate change, directly affecting millions of people's livelihoods, food production capabilities, and social well-being. UNEP's body of work demonstrates that the problem of plastic pollution does not exist in a vacuum. But checking on the, let me see to the health. See to the health.
Say what are the harmful effects of plastics on the body? Just common sense research. Why it's so dangerous? Ignorance Africa is so dangerous that don't nobody know shit that you do shit and you cause these children. Next thing when they're 20 years old, everybody's got cancer. These children have been behind these goopy seats that you made out of this fucked up plastic. Now all running around here with cancer tumors. And don't nobody know why. Nobody investigate this. If you see it's garbage on the beach, moron, and it's polluting the ocean, it's not a good idea to take it and make death for children. Not a good idea. Okay? It's not a good idea.
It's not. So they're saying that let me read this. Different chemicals can leak from our plastic water bottles, knives, and dermatological products to enter our bodies. And these compounds are linked to serious health issues such as endocrine disruption, weight gain, insulin resistance, decreased productive health, and cancer.
Yeah, Joby. So imagine you sitting behind one of these desks from the time you're like 5 to the time you graduate at 18. And you've been
And they make 3 to 4 children to sit on one desk, you know. That's not even enough. You have to squeeze yourselves over there, you know, for you to be able to fit. Because probably if a class can accumulate maybe 50 students, the desk will find that most of them, to be able to fit in that class, they have to squeeze each other either into 4. Because for us, we used to sit 3 or 4 people, like three students in a desk or 4.
And they say like, oh, this is a heartfelt good story. Look what the Kenyans are doing with the garbage, Joby. You out of your fucking mind?
It's not good.
Look at what they're doing.
Under high heat. These are then used in this workshop to make school desks.
So this plastic waste would have ended up into the ocean, affecting the marine life, but we are repurposing it to make something which is going to be useful. And it's going to
marine life, so we repurposed it to fuck us up.
I know.
To have a purpose in the community. Wow. So by making this school desk from plastic waste, we are able to not only conserve the environment, but also...
This is what the school fees get you. That he can't...
Yeah, imagine. And schools are expensive.
He can't logically... Now we're talking about being able to logically think. We're talking about logic, not what to think, but how to think. He should have said, okay, if I'm going to do this, let me research the damages of plastics first. You're not going to do that. I can take this garbage here and make it into a desk, and it's all great. Not knowing the long-term effects that you're actually killing the children. You're not bringing a benefit to those children. And, of course, their parents not going to know. Parents will say, oh, my kid, y'all got gas. They don't know all the deaths killing their ass. Not no clue. No clue. Crazy, but go ahead, Joe.
It is crazy.
We are also able to promote sustainable education within Mombasa County.
He says he was inspired by his own experience of sitting at a broken desk in primary school. And in this classroom,
all these Muslim morons.
The younger students are happy to receive their new eco-desks and chairs.
Allah give us. Yep. Allah be praised. The Muslim think Allah, if something fucked up with you, is Allah wanted it to happen. That's
When using traditional wooden desks, the students have to share between 3,
so
it's cramped.
No, you wouldn't have to.
However,
you got all the wood, you got enough wood, you chop down a tree and you build desks. No reason why they should be having that plastic shit. It's about they have to share. They have to share because as an African, you're a child. You should have been said you got enough wood, you got more wood. Africa got the most woods on the planet. Another fact. So should nobody be sitting behind, like Joby said, 12 on a desk? What are you talking about? But now you gave them these toxic ass desks. He said, you know, we had wood, which is from God, a natural fiber, which is natural. Wood is from God. It's natural. Why it don't kill you? It's why it's not giving toxins in your body. You got it. It's wood. It's a tree. You chop it down, and then you make a desk from it. It's wood. You don't go out and take garbage from that's in the ocean, plastics, and make a desk. This girl laying her head all on it. You're gonna wonder why when she's 15 she got headaches. I got headaches. Is this the hijab? Yes, the hijab, baby.
It is crazy, and I believe again when you talk about the ignorance and lack of research, that is what we can see here from these young youths and all this. But you'll find I want to defend them a little bit, which is not an excuse of them not doing research. This is what lack of employment is leading African people to do, because we're not even understanding, as much as we're trying to create employment for ourselves, which is going to be beneficial, you know, it's still harmful, you know, in another way. I'd not be surprised if I see Ruto funding this, because he's always willing, ready to fund things that he knows actually are very harmful to people's health. We're always willing to spend money on unnecessary things, but not the real things. So
maybe he doesn't know. I'm not going to say that. Is he that wicked? Is he that?
This guy knows what is happening. Especially, he's so much invested with the youth's activity. He's very, very much invested. Like very. very much. He now knows most of the people are not employed. They're either out here doing some cryptocurrency things or trying to make money online and all that. So I think there's a what ilikuwa towards ile digital platform ile alikuja nayo. There's another digital platform he came with. I can't remember the name, but yeah, he was like, it's finya computer, it's $1. He was like, press the computer, then it shall produce the dollar. Yeah, I think that's the name. Press the computer, then get $1. This is a computer and get $1. I should be getting dollars for pressing this laptop right here, But yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy, man. That is what Ruto is doing. So this is what actually lack of.
He might be talking about affiliate marketing. I was maybe talk about that. You learn how to do affiliate marketing, and then you will get dollars on the computer. If you learn how to do it, take some time.
Shout out to our people. Shout out to our president. He knows nothing. But anyway, moving on still to other matters coming from Kenya. And this is something we have debating on. And we've seen that the Kenya, that is the KWS, there's nothing that they have done, Kenya Wild Services, there's nothing that they have done regarding the tamaking of wild animals in residential areas. Now, waking up to today, that I think that was yesterday in the afternoon or in the evening, we saw a businessman in Rift Valley, city of Nakuru, who was shocked when he turned up for work early on Wednesday to find a strange animal in his small shop. Frederick Omungu did not know what it was at first, but he said he was scared. It clearly wasn't a dog. He says, I thought it was a leopard or something else. And some neighbors came and identified the animal as an hyena, which under a certain conditions.
It was a hyena?
Yeah, he didn't know it was an hyena. That's how crazy. That is, most of our people, let me tell you, when you say that you have communities or black people in some states that have never gone anywhere. The same in Africa. We have people who have never gotten the privilege to go to this wild, animal orphanage or to go check out on the wild animals. Like unless you did it when you were in school, the school, taking you guys for a tour, you have to pay. And majority of us couldn't afford to go to this trip because our parents could not afford to pay for the trips, So it is.
So since the hyenas wouldn't be in that area, we wouldn't really know what a hyena, what it is. I got you.
Man. Yeah, so he says that I was shocked and stayed far away. I've heard hyenas are dangerous and can kill people. And in less than 30 minutes, dozens of residents had gathered around his stall to see the strange animal hiding under the makeshift counter. It is unclear how the animals ended up in the stall.
You're right. They didn't know what it was. You're right. They didn't even know the strange animal. They didn't even know what it was. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so they say it is unclear how the animal ended up in his stall and in a populated area. But Mr. Odungu, who sells leafy stimulants, that is cut, is known locally as Mira, as well as soft drinks, sweets, and groundnuts. He said that he closed his business around 8 p.m. Local time, and the previous night he had arrived around 7 a.m. the following morning. And the area is not far from the Lake Nakuru National Park, where the hyena is suspected to have stayed from a night. And wardens from the Kenya Wildlife Services later came and captured the animal. Well, it's crazy how they have to wait till one person is attacked or a couple of people are attacked. That's when they take serious actions into their hands. It is, where we're talking about poor services again in terms of governance of a country, because we have people who have been allocated and are being paid monthly to check on these jobs, but there is nothing they are doing but just collecting salary.
Shit coming to work too, found a fucking hyena in that joke. Listen, I can't be walking around Africa without no gun. Y'all got me. We got wild animals out here. Showing people.
Recently, I told you that was on Tuesday. Where in this residential area we are in Rongai, we woke up to a lioness which had gone to someone's own compound, killed a dog, and carried the puppy dog of it. So it is crazy, man. It is becoming serious every single day, and there's nothing being done Ruto is just here taking trips 104 days outside the continent, but not concerned about the
You're talking about a full-grown lion walking around out there.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, what? Lion?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right? Man, I got to have a gun. Yeah, man, ain't no way.
You need to.
Or even as big as a lion. Man, I seen a jaguar one day. I was in a like Cameron said, I was down in the Everglades one day. And I was outside my car, and if you guys know Everglades is the jungle. It's my Africa, the jungle. Florida got more jungles than all of Africa. So I was in the jungle part of Florida. And I was outside the car looking at something, and out came the jungle on the road was a fucking jaguar. I was like, what the fuck? I ain't gonna, man. Tell me somebody scared, man. That ain't no lion. That's just a jaguar. These white folks got jaguars running around here. What the hell going on? I forget I was in the jungle. The jungle part. I said, that's not Everglades. That's the jaguar.
Shout out to Freedom Media. Shout out to Ernest. You're back. Say it. Do you want to join, or do you want to just type on the comments? Let me know. If you want to join through TikTok as a guest, let me know. And give your sentiments, or rather, if you want to just type on the comment, I'll be here to read it as we get to continue. But okay, ask. You can request to join as a guest. Let me see if I can send you the. I'm not sure if I can send you request to join. I'm not sure how to send a request to you.
You gotta just hit the request. Hell, last time I don't even know how to be accepting the request on that thing. How do you accept the request on this thing?
Okay, there we go.
Come on, no.
All right, karibu sana, Ernest.
Yes, good afternoon, Joby.
Good afternoon to you too. How are you doing?
I've been doing good.
Okay, talk to me.
You can remember the sound, but just the same person.
Yeah, I do recall you.
So I have been here since the show started, and I'm learning. Today I've just been listening, and I got a lot of, your words. So I wanted to talk about the whole thing that I've come here to. I want to talk about the issue of femicide and women being. If you're still there with me.
I am still here, but I have a few minutes just to wind up, but you can give your sentiments still. I wish you can come join us through StreamYard. That would be so that everyone can hear you, because we also have audience on YouTube.
You have to send the StreamYard link I don't know how to send the StreamYard link in the
Let me see if I can type this for you then.
Yeah.
Join. Sure, let me see.
And first of all, say hi to Keith.
Yeah, hi.
Who is it?
Yeah, Simba.
Oh, that's Simba?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to be coming in for an interview.
Yeah.
When you coming next week? I like you, Simba, but you like the colonizer. I had to get my man Nubian Pharaoh right here on you from Tanzania. Straighten you out.
Anyway, go on, Simba. Acha nikutumie link, then unaweza join through StreamYard. Okay. Let me check your Instagram. Maybe we can check on Instagram on your DM. Nikutumie link to say. Let me see. Just a minute, Keith, kindly.
I'm not going on. You take your time. You don't want. It's your show. I'm good. You don't want to be rushed now. I'm straight. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm getting dressed to go be a slave. Shit.
Don't worry. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I know. Shit. Slavery is rough. You know. I don't get to look at Netflix and all that being a slave.
Account yako ni okay. I think so. Let me see. Reality. I see so many realities here. I don't know which reality though.
What, somebody's name? Reality? Somebody's name Reality or something?
His name is Reality. Let me see if I can.
Okay. Oh, everybody your DM. That's everybody in your DM when you be doing your gangster rap on TikTok. I mean on Instagram. You'll be good now.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I told you that's right. Oh shit, I'm out. Get out of here. We can't. I know. He's gonna change. He's on TikTok, Nubian Pharaoh. So Joby's got to come in over here.
All right.
We could that's what he's trying to do now, Nubian. He's on TikTok, join her on the TikTok channel. So that's what she's trying to redirect him to the StreamYard.
I hope he has gotten the link, and I hope to see him. I've sent it to him. Okay, but anyway, as we continue before Simba comes in,
hope you got the link, Simba. Don't let no white people take it from you. You love the colonizer, nigga.
Anyway, as we get to the major focus of the day, which is as we celebrate the International Women's Day, I want to take a little bit into history about the great female figures that we had into in different kingdoms of Africa, like the Kongo Kingdom. We had Queen Nzinga, and we know historically majority of these stories are not really spoken about. So I want to share just a glimpse of this video. Then I'll read a few articles
about the white man and before Joby plays, let me say some stuff about Queen Nzinga that you guys don't. How African women were just so powerful. Queen Nzinga, she fought against slavery, of course, slavery of a people, which is me. My family was one of her subjects.
Mm-hmm.
So of course she didn't save our ass. We wanted people that got taken. Queen Nzinga. So her being a queen, remember she was power's not given, it's taken. She killed her own nephew for the throne. Because her brother was too weak to fight the white man. So she had to have him killed. And since of course, the next ruler would be her brother's son. So sadly, she had the son eliminated. She said, this my brother's family line is too weak. He's too weak to be the king, and his son is too goddamn weak. And so these are things that happen. She killed him. And funny part, Queen Nzinga was a little bit of a womanizer, we would say. She was a mananizer. She used to sleep with different men. She would make men fight to have sex, to go to sleep with the queen, right? Mm-hmm. Fight to the death. You're like, what? That's right. You want some of this coochie, you better fight. Whoever wins, then the strongest man. That's real. Like, wow, this is crazy. But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, let me share this very quickly. I hope somebody will manage in.
The Kingdom of Congo was established in 1390 and was much bigger than what we see today, going all the way to what is present-day DRC and Angola.
Right. It was Angola and DRC. The Kongo Kingdom was huge.
Mm-hmm. Portuguese sailors arrived in 1483. They came with the promise of friendship and Christianity.
King Manikongo welcomed them, but was later dismayed when they introduced slavery. And the fight began. The role of women in shaping history today deserves a lot more visibility.
Queen Nzinga was born in 1583 in the Kongo Kingdom in present-day Luanda, which was then part of the Kongo Kingdom.
Kimpa Vita was born Donna Beatrice Kimpa in 1684 and hailed from a noble family. She went on to establish herself as a formidable fighter against the Portuguese.
Queen Nzinga formed powerful alliances in 1635 and fought the...
Women in Africa are the only women that have ever been warriors. No white women, no black women. See, that's what you understand. They were equal in society, not what you see today. Black women were warriors. They went to war. The man didn't move, you're too weak. I'm going to remove you. Because the African woman is the beginning of everything. So of course, she would always be strong. She would be. You had more Jobies back then. You had nobody like, I'm just going to be quiet, do what you tell me to do. You had more people say, no, I'm not changing my damn last name. That's my name, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
We're going a lot of African men don't know they.
Portuguese for quarter a century.
Kimpa grew up to be quite popular with many of her followers, regarding her as a prophetess.
Queen Nzinga was an adept diplomat, skilled negotiator, and a brilliant tactician.
Of the gap enabled her to recruit the young and old in the resistance against imperialism.
Born in royalty, Queen Nzinga's father, King Turk, recognized her strong personality, cleverness, and character from childhood. In 1622, she was sent to negotiate with the Portuguese on behalf of the royal family.
Yeah.
The Portuguese official was
See, her being an African woman at that, they wanted her, they didn't give her no, the white man didn't give her no seat to sit on. And they wanted her to sit on the floor, be underneath them. So what she did, she snapped her fingers like this and told two men, she told two men, get on your goddamn knees. And when they got on their knees, she sat on their backs. Who you think you fucking with? I'm royalty. Then I'm gonna sit on the goddamn floor. So she told these two men to get on, bend your back. And she sat on top of them. Bend your back. Think this is. Think I'm gonna sit on the floor? So they bend their back, and she said, and somebody, one of them, she slit their throats to let them know. Somebody in there, she slit their throat to let. She wanted the Portuguese to know that she wasn't to be fucker. She wasn't to be played with. Somebody in there, she slit their damn throat. She took a knife and slit and said, I'm not to be played with. So somebody was there, talked out of turn, did something, but she slit their throat. I'm not to be played with. That's when the Portuguese took. I told you, but she understood what that power only respects power. See, power don't respect weakness. So Queen Nzinga knew not to establish no weakness and be all docile, all that. Nah. She slit someone's throat and then sat on their back. What you do? But go ahead, Joe.
And expected Queen Nzinga to sit on the floor on a rock. In a surprise twist, she asserted her leadership by commanding one of her male attendants to go on all fours and sat on him instead.
That's right.
Kimpa Vita gave a prophecy that she received a vision from Saint Anthony of Padua to re-establish the Kingdom of Congo.
Queen Nzinga went on to establish an espionage service and put together a spy network and military intelligence to observe.
A spy network. But this woman understand a CIA before they had the CIA. She created a spy network to know what the spy were doing.
It's crazy how I was saying yesterday how Kagame will not create, not even Kagame alone, but most of these African leaders won't create any CIA, but will create CIS to spy on journalists and all that,
Yeah.
Crazy. Simba karibu sana.
Thank you so much. I hope you can get me.
Yeah.
Kindly turn up your volume.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but still your volume is a little bit low. But come again. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. I think it is my voice, not even the volume. I'm talking about.
Yeah, not about he's African. I told you the African is like even when you get Nubian on it, the kindness and the love. See, us taking off the continent, we're not loving as a Simba is. Simba still got he's humble, he's kind. This way our brother Nubian said we can't hear. Same way Nubian came in here was very polite, very respectful. That's us as African people, but it's also dangerous because other people take advantage of that. Go ahead,
all right. Karibu sana Simba. So you are giving your thoughts regarding what I was talking about earlier. What are your sentiments?
Okay, you are talking about you were trying to say that the effect of maybe these ladies misbehaving in a manner that they go for money thing, forgetting that it is based on their parental guidance from the childhood. But I don't think that one is true because me, first of all, I start blaming the government because
why?
Because unemployment starts with the government. These people will come, they will campaign, they will be voted for. Then after they take the positions, they get away. They don't do whatever they said that they will do. Parents are really trying. They're trying to pay school fees until their children go to even the university level. Let's take a good
Mm-hmm.
example of those who have been, these ladies that have been murdered, all of them, they are university
Mm-hmm.
level students. This means that parents really educated them, taught them everything. The problem comes where they are broke, they don't have anything, and this comes where they're in their institutions. That is when they interact with different people that maybe lure them or maybe introduce them to these kind of Nigerian people or any other people that maybe have money. Then that is how they end up, being killed. So I personally, I may blame the parent as well.
My
Parent
Tanzanian
should not
brother.
touch.
Sorry about that, Simba. Excuse me. My Tanzanian brother. He's speaking up. Simba's soft spoken. He's going. If he's going to work for us, he's going to be he's going to speak up a little more. You're right. So our Tanzanian brother Simba's asking you, can he please speak up, please? I'm, I'm telling.
Yes,
I'm telling them, Nubian. I'm telling them. Go ahead, Simba. You got it.
yes, because Keith, the government promised people jobs when you
I
don't have
agree
a
with
job.
that part, Simba. I agree with you. Usually, you don't. Usually, I think you're right, but the government hasn't educated the people. You know that the government is supposed to do these things. I don't think most people even know, and a lot of times in Africa, that those jobs are not being created because you have these puppets put in. But the reason why you don't have jobs in Africa, Simba, the Europeans don't want you to have jobs. They made it. They put their puppets where they give the money to the puppets, so they can extract those resources from Africa and get the Europeans jobs. Now you're right. Now Africa can
Keith,
have all the jobs it wanted, but
Keith, just a minute. If you are following what was going on the other week, the president was publicly announcing that he went to those European countries to look for jobs for us. What do you
I
say on
know.
that?
I told you. I don't know how you think that's wrong, Sim. What he's doing is saying he's a failure, and he telling you He's telling you he's failed at creating jobs for Africans. But he's going to come back and tell you because he knows he's miseducated most Africans. Look what I've done. I'm getting you jobs outside the country to people who hate you. See, when most Africans leave, unlike you, Sim, like you really don't know either. Most Africans, when they get to Europe and America, they don't realize that white people don't like us, and they get shocked. And we show these TikTok videos and YouTube videos when these Africans get to Europe and they're called nigger. They told they don't like them. Like what? My whole life I've been talking to the missionaries and they like us. They don't like us. But the thing is, simple. Until you get an African leader, I'm sorry, Jeff, I'm gonna let you go. Let me say this. Until you get an African leader, Simba, now they're gonna come to kill you now. Don't think they're not. It's gonna be hard to do because every African leader's tried it. They've assassinated them. Now, when you get an African leader say, you know what, our resources are going to be for our people. We're going to develop manufacturing here. Kenya should be one of the most wealthiest. It is technically all Africa is wealthy. Kenya should be one of the most wealthiest countries on the planet. You now find out you have cobalt in certain counties in Kenya. Just as a manufacturing resource, that's trillions of dollars right there, Simba. But is Ruto going to build manufacturing there to benefit African people, employ them? He's not.
No.
The IMF's going to come and say you're going to give it to a Chinese firm or European firm. And if we decide to let your people work for $2 a day, underpaid and be exploited, that's what he'll do. They're scared now because a lot of the youth in Africa are starting to know too much. A lot of these youth are waking up. And they say, oh, no more of this shit. That's why you hear these white people all on TikTok talking about there's going to be a war with Africa because the Africans are not as nice as you no more. Some these youth are starting to say, how we got all this stuff in the ground and we're still. They're asking what Ibrahim Touré asked when that Russian conference. How we got all this shit in the ground and we're poor? This doesn't make any sense.
I agree with you, Kid, and also agree with Simba. But Simba, there's something I think you didn't understand. When you're talking about, we need to blame the government for, because I've explained, the government is also part and parcel of, being blamed where we have graduates who do not have job opportunities. And, due to so much demand of, you have your own needs as a person, you need to build up your life. You got a family looking maybe upon you, for them to you are probably the breadwinner, supposed to send money back at home, educate your siblings and all that, understanding black tax. But there's something you're missing, because if you try follow up the article I was reading earlier, we have a 19-year-old that is not yet even, and if ndio ameingia college, they just either go to college or they're not yet in college. A 19-year-old, you just finished school last year. You can't tell me otherwise. So what are you doing at 3 a.m. in the morning with a stranger with a balloon belly type, in an apartment somewhere, then you end up being found dead? So we need to blame the government and poor parenting.
Toby, does he have to have a balloon belly?
He had a balloon belly.
Jody, what happens? What happens when the parents have taken their responsibilities and the child decide to, behave on their own? They don't want to listen to their parents.
I know there's that, and and on that we can't literally, on that is a case, and hiyo ni msiba wa kujitakia, the way we say it in Swahili. It's you just literally getting yourself in a trap, There's why you've been warned, majority of the times, be careful when you do this is gonna be wrong. If you kind of meet strangers, be careful with this and this and this. So at some point I'd say most of these girls, and again I'll go back to what you said earlier, choosing money. People are choosing money over dignity. We have choices, but I think majority of these women and young ladies don't think they have choices. They think selling Gucci is the only way that people are becoming millionaires right now, and which has become also a trend today in the Africa today. People are literally out here selling their body thinking it's a flex. It is not a flex.
And I've realized, Joby, that it is not even the basic things. They have basic things. The basic things are there. They can eat. They have shelters. They can go to school. They just want extra money for their own things. Very sad.
True.
And
I agree with you.
Another thing is these influencer things. You just wake up, you see on your social media somebody bought
exactly.
So.
That is another thing. People, I think, as Africans, especially the youth, we've not understood social media pressure, and that is one of the things that also the white man, I believe, them introducing the internet, the smartphones, and now having all this celebrity nonsense and all this. I think one of the things we missed as Africans, as much as you can see some of us waking up and using the platforms correctly, we didn't understand that this is a form of distraction.
No, Joby. We're not using it correctly, because the way that you guys are saying, that's where they expect it to be. Because social media was created by the CIA. It's created for you to go shake your ass and do stupid shit. But they didn't. The bad part, they didn't realize the African, a lot of youth were going to we're not going to shake our ass. We're going to share information and start waking up our people and teach them the real history. And so that's the problem now, Joe. It was designed for Africans. It was designed to be a distraction. But they found out that a lot of Africans are like, hold on, I got all this information in this one instrument. So
there's that, and there's what somebody's trying to say, where we have influencers, and where especially so many people who, just any common mwananchi who's not a celebrity, just living your life, we tend to take this social media, the Instagram influence, the pressure. People, I'm in a 5-star hotel. Probably that woman had to pay something to be in that 5-star hotel, but you're there getting all pressured. Am I going to get to a 5-star hotel? So I need to I just need to sell the body, and I'm on a 5-star hotel. So I understand what Simba you're trying to explain, where social media has also brought in a lot of pressures, especially of lifestyle, and so many of these teenagers, and I'd say literally teenagers, and maybe young youths at the age of their early 20s and all that, they are taking these two
and Joby said her kid's not getting the phone until they're 21. My God damn.
Yeah, man, my kid, even, let me tell you, I don't know, but because I allowed my brother to have a phone, but my uncle never did. You see, that's the thing. That's how strict Africa, or most of the African parenting is. I gave my brother a phone. I was like, yo, I know you're grown enough right now. You're going to high school. You understand. And I gave him because he's someone who does a lot of research. That is one thing I love about my brother. He's not someone who's going to find him just watching he's barely a movie watcher, or maybe you find him Netflixing. No, he's always on YouTube trying to find him, I don't know, quantum science, I don't know, doing what, I don't know, just doing some research about a bunch of things. So that's one of the reasons I gave him a phone, because he understands.
That's
this is
one
not just about communication. I can use this to get my mind
It can be used as exactly. It can be used as it's a double-edged sword. It can be used destructively, or it can be used as a way of gaining more information to help you.
Yeah, but when he got there, my uncle was like, "Yo, bro, you're not allowed to have this phone. You're still schooling, right? So bring it." He was told he's gonna only be using it probably when they close school and all that. So I do agree with you, Simba, completely with what you're saying. I do agree with you, and I also see fire in the building. Shout out to you as well, and thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Mr. Kalenjin official in the building as well, and shout out to Marty as well in the building. But I don't know if you have any closing remarks, Simba, and when should we expect you in the studio? Because you have my contact now, so we should be communicating much more.
Okay, thank you so much again. Based on the femicide thing, I think it is just those who are to be blamed. It's something like a chain from the government to the parents to someone as an individual to peer pressure and to people that they interact with. Therefore, I think it does not take government to educate them on this, or somebody can just learn on their own. Joby, right now where you are, you have your phone. You can even do research. How do you get rid of this kind of circumstances whereby some people, the way you have said that your brother, he likes somebody that just do his own researches, so you can decide not to be lured by this peer pressure thing, because and I've realized that this femicide thing, it just affects people that are living in the urban areas. Have you ever had a situation whereby somebody in West Pokot has been murdered, or anything of that sort?
No, it's only in Nairobi, the
the
city.
rural. Yeah.
People want to be city girls and city boys.
I think this Gen Z thing and people thinking that they can make it at 20s, you cannot make it within a night or in a day. It takes years. Yeah, so these people think that, somebody will just sleep with you, give you 100K or more, it cannot work like that. So even you try educating these youth that you cannot make it within a day. You have plans, you make it a plan, let it take even 7 years. Yeah, I think that is the only, because they are peer pressured. Somebody seeing Pluto bought maybe a vehicle worth 10 million for their girlfriend, and your girlfriend is there watching the same clip. What do you
Giving you
expect?
pressure. Giving you pressure that Pluto bought a car. I know it is literally destroying so many relationships right now, especially the social media. You see someone, or you see couples who are probably, it's even maybe an advertisement. Oh, my babe bought me this and this and this. Probably they're even doing an ad and they're being paid for that ad. But you go and pressure your partner, oh, Flani has done this, why can't you do it? You're not a man enough, you're not a woman enough, and all that. And you find actually this is why it is so hard to even to date in today's generation. Majority of our people are just out here, doing whatever they're doing, but serious relationship has become a problem to even tackle or handle.
Do you think it's becoming expensive nowadays?
I know. I mean, it is crazy.
It is either you give them what they want, they surprise them, or maybe they go look for another alternative. Unfortunately, when on their way looking for this alternative, how to get money and be seen, it is a community that people want to be recognized and seen. That is how they end up being murdered, or the femicide thing comes. Otherwise, thank you so much for today's show. That is all that maybe I can say. I'm going to appear there anytime that maybe we are going to talk about it.
Next week, we'll talk about it. Okay. We'll talk about it. We'll see if we can plan next week or when we're ready. But anyway, family, I think we shall be wrapping it up there. We shall continue with the history of Queen Nzinga later tonight.
Let me say something. Joby, we might answer the phone. Joby, check your phone. I sent you that stuff for
I've seen it. I've seen it.
All right, calm down. All right, God. All right. So make sure you order it today, so it come like whenever it's gonna come. I don't know whatever day it comes, but
Keith, I'm looking forward to meet you on a political table.
You meet me at a political table, wasn't that?
Yeah.
Are you going to hire? Am I going to what? Am I going to tonight? I will. Yeah. We be on tonight for you, Nubian. Yeah, we be on 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Dur Salam time, brother. We be on 8 o'clock Dur Salam time.
Yeah. We shall be back later on the Africa Today show. But much love, family. Asanteni sana to everyone who has been with us. Thank you so much, Simba.
Oh, Joe, let me say this real quick. We about to get what I'm about to say. Oh yeah. Because before I forget, you got these 3 girls. You got to think these 3 women. I don't know how do people get your number on this WhatsApp? But anyway, these 3 girls going to be coming in Monday. I don't know who the hell they are, but they'll come in. So just be expecting them to come in for an interview Monday. I don't know if they show up. They show up. If they don't, they don't.
All right, no problem. I'm waiting. I'm here to receive and of course.
If you get any booty juice, don't let them in the studio.
Hey, nah. You what? I'm not tolerating none of that shit anymore, man. Nah, I'm done. I'm done being nice. God damn. Take a shower before you come to the studio. Use some deodorant on yourself, Smell good.
I thought you were going to say we be Africans when we are coming.
Yo, not like that. Don't be smelling sweat,
So there you go, Simba. You better not be smelling like booty juice, nigga.
Yeah, don't be smelling no booty juice. Come smelling just good. We love. Hey, our studio is very clean, my friend. Very well maintained, and we like good smells in here. That is just
Joby, if you're really supporting Africans, I'm expecting you to tell us that we should be coming wearing African attires.
Yeah, sure.
No shaking back.
No. Africans, you're not dirty people. That is one thing. Yes, you can do African attire. Dress some good. You can put on a nice suit as well. Some good shoes.
Long as it's clean, brother. We don't care. Acting like you're an African attire.
In fact, Africans should come barefoot and carrying spears.
God damn.
I don't know about the spears, brother. There's very few people Africa run around with spears. But if you want to bring your spears, don't bring it. Shit.
Don't, because I won't accept you. Don't.
But long as you got some meat attached to it, it ain't no bush meat. No, as long as you ain't got no Ghanaian bush meat with you, we okay. That's what you get them.
Anyway, my family, we're coming to the. Hi, David.
Please stop sharing these videos you running through the streets of London, run away from your scams you're doing. Stop scamming people.
Keep it. This man barely does exercise, so he should not tell you what to do. I've joined you on exercising. That's why my phone fell off. I've been jogging out here because now I'm in a place where I have a very big playground. But bro, my phone damaged. But yeah.
That's what your ass get because you try to
talking your. But anyway, family, asante sana for being with us. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's conversation. Hope to see you guys later. Shout out to you who is with us on TikTok. Shout out to you. And of course, asante sana to everyone who has been with us on YouTube, on Facebook, on the radio station. It's been 2 hours of amazing conversation. And see you guys in a minute. Actually, we shall be back in 5 minutes on the Rhythm Scoop Show because it is about time for the Rhythm Scoop Show.
My brother, do me a favor. You always a few you in Africa that know a lot of stuff. It always surprises me. But much love. Like I said, we'll have you hook up with Joby in May when I send her back down to Tanzania, back to Dar es Salaam. Hell, it's been a year and a half since they've been.
No, Ben, brother. Let me before I leave. Let me know which is your favorite restaurant beach in Tanzania. Mine is Rasta Land. Is it Rasta Land? Rasta Land, and the island I liked is can I remember?
Mbizi Beach.
Mbizi Beach, yeah, Mbizi Beach.
Dar es Salaam. That is for me.
That was Mbizi Island. I'm probably gonna send. Salute. Yeah, I'm probably gonna send them back to. I like to send them on a holiday in December. So, but I'm gonna send Joby down in May. But I'm probably gonna send the whole staff again. Mombasa was kind of rough. They went to Mombasa, shit got tore up.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you don't allow a bitch to talk crazy to you. So yeah, come on.
Joby got a little crazy. So you see, we missing another person today.
That was also nice. Yeah, Mbudi Island.
Yeah, that was the one they was at. Yeah, they went to that one. They went to both those islands. But that was it. That when Joe was eating all the seafood and could barely swim.
Yeah, I collected a lot of seashells.
I'm about to save her ass. She almost drowned.
Lol. I like Cambodia Island, Mbizi Beach, and my favorite restaurant is Rastaland because of the prawns. The prawns slap different. The prawns of that place, oh God, is the everything. It's everything.
Joey was being too much of a deviant, a diva newbie. Somebody was walking on the beach said, "Can I please take a picture with you?" They said, "No, I don't want to."
Nah. I don't like strangers having my pictures. Nah. Unless you're taking it from Instagram, you pick it. You take it. I'm not giving you. Yo, hey, I'm a star here. You know, can you see me?
So family and brother came up to humble. Said, "Can we please take your picture?" I said, "Nah, I don't want to." Damn.
It's a Z. But anyway, much love, family. Asante sana. Simba, thank you so much.
We'll see you tonight, Anuba. Yeah, 8:00. Come on back and decide to stream it. We'll see your link. You know, you can say your piece. You'll come on in. I'll be at work working my 14 hours a day for the white man. He's cracking my back. I got to do my slavery thing, y'all. So much love to me.
Sorry, man. You deserve some massage and some good resting, you know.
I know. Where's my African? Where's my Queen of Nzinga to rub my goddamn back?
Kate does not deserve any good rest.
Why not? But anyway, family, asante sana. Simba, if you can come back tonight, pia unaweza rudi. We shall be here at 8 p.m. on the Africa Today show. 2 hours in it again, of course, having amazing discussions. Come back and check out WhatsApp. Much love, family. Thank you so much, Trevor, has been with us, and have an amazing rest part of your day.
Everybody be safe. Peace. I'm out.
All the way and you're tuning into the Black Hot Fire Radio, and you're listening to Yes, my say Wagwan, Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother, they are reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning into the African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joey.
I'm not sober, yet I have taken energy.
All right, girl, I'll talk to you later. I gotta go. Yeah.